garbage. And then I would go on a train and a homeless person will go through the carts and asking for money. And like everyone else, I would just ignore them. But today was a different day because when I passed the vacancy building, there was a homeless woman sitting. And she was filthy and dirty, and she stank and smelled, and she had a blanket covering her. And I went to walk past her, but then she stopped me. And I turned around to see what she wanted. When she uncovered her blanket, I realized she was me, looking at what I wanted to be. Hello, everyone. My name is Kean. This is Hadir. This is Sarah. This is Stephanie. And we are going to discuss why homelessness is being ignored and how can we ease it. One phone call, one job loss, one fire in a house, lack of family support, a natural disaster, sickness in the body, emotionally, mentally. It's a couple of few things that leads to homelessness. According to the article, here is why homelessness is getting worse in 2014 by Christine Hawk. In 2013, the expectancy of homelessness was supposed to spike because of the income federal cuts, like food stamps, and the end of long-term benefits. After Christmas, those barely making ends meet ended up homeless. The U.S. Department of Education found that the number of homeless kids increased by 10% in 2012 to 2013, school years over the previous years. According, a record shows that 1.2 million kids were homeless. The number of homeless kids in the country has hit an all-time high, and a huge swathe of Americans are still without housing, left behind the economic recovery and shrinking social safety net. My question to everyone is, when did it become usual? When did it become a normal situation to everyone? And how can we ease this? Let's ask some homeless people.
Do you guys live in a house? Is there a roof above your head? Well, I had that at one point, but it was all taken away from me. I was evicted at the age of 25. My daughter, she's been taken away because I couldn't provide for her. And I'm still pregnant with another one. Now where do I go? What do I do? Who do I turn to? I have no place to sleep, no food to eat, no place to shower. I'm just wandering from corner to corner, from park to park, trying to be safe. Every day is a struggle. But why? Why should it come down to that? When I walk by, there are so many empty buildings, just there for no reason. Why couldn't it be fixed for me and for many like me? Did you know that for every one homeless person, there are 5 vacant buildings? There are 3.5 million homeless people just in the U.S. alone. And there are 18.5 million vacant homes. So how does that add up? There shouldn't be a need for homeless people. They shouldn't be just left alone. The government spends so much money on other things, on other projects, and this and that. So why not give us a chance? We're just people. Things happen, but it shouldn't happen to us. These buildings could be fixed and furnished, and it could become a home for me. And I could get my child back, and I could raise this one that's coming on the way. So why not fix it? Why not make it? Why not make it for me and for other people? It could also lead for me to have a better future. It could provide me with counseling and to get my mind back on track. So what do you know about it? What do you know that counseling could do?
I have been living on the streets for 3 years. I used to have a job at a law office, and I lost my job because I was always showing up to work drunk or high or even both. I would go out drinking every night with my friends, and I wouldn't even care about the consequences that I would have. So I eventually got fired, and then shortly after, I lost my house. You always see homeless people on the street, but you never think why they got there in the first place. Each person has their story. My story was that I got addicted to drugs and alcohol, and I lost my job in my home. want money. I ask for drugs and alcohol because if I don't get what I need, I will die. Am I ashamed of what I do? Yes. But am I going to stop? No. Because I would rather feel better than die on the streets. There are plenty of abandoned houses on, like, all over. Like, you walk down a block and half of the block would be abandoned. Once you turn them into homeless shelters, you shouldn't just throw people in there and completely forget about them. If people knew how to get better, they wouldn't be in this situation in the first place. You need professional people to help them along every step of the way. Whether the person needs help with drugs or alcohol, or if they're addicted to sex or anything, no matter what it can be. You could be addicted to anything and it can ruin your life. Drugs and alcohol ruined my life and now I'm living on the streets. So you shouldn't just get random people like, oh, I'm going to help you get over your addiction. No, you need professional medical help from people who know what they do and know how to do it. Because if you don't help the people, all they're going to do, like, they're either going to die there or they're going to run away and they're going to start the process all over. Also, counseling, not only can it help homelessness, but it can prevent it. Because if you see, like, if your brother you see is addicted to drugs or alcohol, are you going to just leave him like, okay, he'll get over it? No, you're going to try to talk to him, you're going to try to get him to counseling, and then it can prevent future homelessness. Because what is he going to do? Get addicted to drugs and then lose his job and his house and live on the street? No, you're going to help him and you're not going to stop. So if you're prepared to do that for your brother, people should do that for random people too. Like, everybody has their story. Now, I understand people, like, you always see bums, like, you give them money and then they either buy, like, alcohol or cigarettes, but they need help because they're doing that because they're not mentally stable. There should also be counseling for people who are, like, borderline about to be homeless. Like, if you see that one of your coworkers is about to lose their job because they're ruining your life, you should get them the help that they need. You shouldn't just forget about them. You shouldn't just throw the homeless people into their shelters and then, like, just forget about them because they're not animals. They shouldn't be locked in a cage because that doesn't help anybody. You should help them along every step of the way. Now, after you get them the counseling that they need and you help them get over their addiction or whatever it is that put them in there in the first place, you then help them get back on their feet. Now, the first step to that is getting them a job and entering them in the workforce. So, do you know anything about the workforce?
You guys are probably wondering, why us? Like, why would you guys help us? Like, you have enough problems of your own. I understand that. I understand you have enough problems of your own. You have your own family, you have your own place, your own job to take care of. But kids like me didn't have a choice. I was homeless at the age of 13, and I've been sexually abused since the age of 8. When I was 13, I became a professional thief. I used to steal from stores to keep myself alive. I used to eat. I used to go into the pharmacies and just steal the medicine and walk out. I even stole this blanket. But who cares, you know? I'm just a kid. They probably thought I was just a regular kid that wanted to steal. They probably thought I was in school. I haven't been in school in over 10 years. And I'm 17. How does that even happen? I got left back twice in the 4th grade. You guys are probably wondering why. Well, my teachers didn't think that my division was good enough. Well, I sure hope I could ask my crackhead mother for help. Or maybe I could ask my alcoholic dad who had my name tatted on his arm for some help in class. Well, no. No one was able to help me. My mom wasn't able to pay for rent, and neither was my dad. So, me, as a child, I was part of the 1.2 million kids who are homeless. And I had no fault in it. And now I am a thief. I've been arrested twice. And people ask why. Oh, like, why did you go to juvie? Or why are you doing what you do? Why don't you just get help? Well, people just look at me and disregard it, you know? They give me $1, and they'll say, oh, she'll eat. She'll be okay. Well, I'm not okay. I have to find a place to stay. And people like us, you know, we struggle on a daily basis, and you guys think that it's totally okay. For a normal 17-year-old, you guys would probably have a retail job, right? Yeah? You guys probably have parents that care about you. You might even have your car or license. Well, I didn't have any of those things. I didn't even get the chance to have clothes that fit me. So I would wear whatever I would find, or whatever I would steal. You know, whatever came first. Part of having a job and getting counseling and having a place to stay, as my teammate said, is part of bringing everything together. Once you have a place to stay and you get counseling, you know how your addictions work. You know where they're going, what's going on. You know that you need a job to help support her students were her savings and everything she had. She became homeless, and then nobody wanted to hire her because, then again, who wants to hire an ex-convict or an ex-alcohol abuser or someone who just doesn't have a job or a home to stay, somebody who's not stable? Nobody wants to give those people a job, you know? You understand? But places like Coalition for the Homeless, they help give you a job. They'll train you. They'll give you the communication skills that you need. They'll train you from fast food jobs all the way until counseling for college students. They'll train you all the way from whatever you need to whatever will help you get you on your feet. And people like Judith Ann, she got lucky, you know? But there's people like Andrew. Andrew was 24, and Andrew died. They murdered him. But then again, who cares, you know? Nobody ever went to look for the person who murdered him. You know, nobody cared if he ate or if he slept. Nobody cared anything about him, and he was only 24. By the time you guys graduate college, you guys will probably be around that age. But how do you guys feel? You know, not having a job, not having a place to stay, or having somebody to talk to. Sometimes Andrew would just come to me, and he'll just cry on my shoulder. And sometimes we just talk, and then he'd cry. Sometimes he cried, and then we talk. It just depends, you know? So maybe if we did have a place to stay, maybe if we did have counseling, maybe we could get a job. Maybe you could even find your family members.
Now, we spoke to homeless people. We spoke to everybody who has different situations. Now, and they told you about the issues that they have. Now, let's see an actual person actually help a homeless person and see the effect that it causes.
I need to go to my house and grab something real quick. You never been to my house? No. Okay. So maybe you could see how my house is for the first time and everything. So, I'm gonna be honest with you. This isn't really my house. This is your house. This is not my house, it's yours. You have to be kidding me, right? Oh my God, are you serious? I mean, that's serious. Oh my God. Oh my God, man. Oh, this is a joke. No joke at all.
No, remember that fundraiser?
Yeah.
That we set up? We raised over $40,000 for you.
I'm just so thankful, my God, my man. Everybody that helped me out, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I thank you for sticking with me, and I thank you for believing in me. And I love you all. I thank you for being there for me.
There are many jobless, drug abusers, or even runaways sleeping on the street every day begging for help. Some may have ended up the street because of no fault of their own or with destiny that they had for them. Then there are many individuals who had no control. But that isn't a reason to ignore them, because the fact that is that they're all lacking things that this country can provide them, and that is shelter, food, counseling, jobs, and love. Thank you, everyone.